My name's Marquese McFerguson. Stage name is Apollo. What I do, I'm still trying to figure out, but I think I do a little bit of poetry. I'm a performance poet, but I'm also a writer, author. And why do I do it? I think it's that longing to be able to share parts of you with the world and share ideas that you have with the world. I started writing really because it was therapeutic. I lost my mother and my father at a very young age, and so some of my very first poems were about dealing with my parents passing away and trying to make sense of what just occurred and trying to figure out how does God play into all of this. And so for me, in the very beginning, poetry was very therapeutic, and still to this day, Conversations in Color is a poetic journey through the civil rights movement. It's poetry, prose, and then paintings about the civil rights movement. But then there's also a curriculum aspect to the book in the back where it asks the students or people in general not just to read about the history of the civil rights movement, but to put yourself in many of the civil rights movement leaders' shoes and write about their lives, tell your side of the story. If you were them, how would you describe what was going on during that time? The book, Conversations in Color, was a book that I created with a couple of different people. LaRon McAdoo was the visual artist for the book. Shawnee McCoy helped me write some of the poems in the book. And then last but not least, Ryan D. Davis created some of the historical narratives that connected to the poetry pieces that we wrote for the book. Initially, what piqued my interest to write the book was I wrote a poem called Sundays Would Never Be the Same, and it was about the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing. And that was one of the first pieces that I ever had a chance to write, where when I performed it on stage, it actually moved me to tears. But it also moved other people in the audience to tears. And for me, being an educator, I saw opportunity to possibly use this poetry and connect it to history and use it as a teaching mechanism. So then I began to think about all the civil rights events that I enjoyed learning about as a young person, and thinking about possibly writing poetry to those events, but then also thinking about the events that many people don't get a chance to hear about or they don't know about. I think it's very important to try to align yourself with people who are like-minded and who are trying to work towards a common goal, and also understanding that just because a person is not a part of the collective that you're with doesn't mean you're working against each other. I think just because we're not in the same collective or we're not in the same organization doesn't mean we can't work together to improve the greater good of whatever we're trying to work towards. Through the book process and through even working with the Foreign Tongues as a poetry collective, I learned the power of collaboration. Like for me, that was very, very big, because I learned that I could do some things by myself, but when I work with other people, you can accomplish so much more. So I started an organization that's called Yes, Art Can Change the World. And so you can find information about me or the book at yesartcanChangeTheWorld.org. Once again, that's yesartcanChangeTheWorld.org. You can email me at marquese@yesartcanChangeTheWorld.org. You can go on Amazon.com to pick up the book. Once again, the book is Conversations in Color. If you have questions about anything, about my artistry, if you just want to talk, I'm fine with that. You can email me. And yeah, man, that's it, I think, yeah.